GGB and co-host Peppers, and today we're going to be talking about this final 4 games, Week 7 slate. Let's just get straight to it. Ravens at Seahawks. Seahawks are favored by 3.5. The Ravens are winning the AFC North, but that's not that special. The AFC super weak this year. The Ravens are the only team in the AFC North above 500. Everyone else is below 500. You have a 2-4 team, a 2-4 team, and an 0-6 team. To be honest, if you're going to win a division, that is basically the perfect scenario for you. But the Ravens are really not that good this year. I mean, Lamar Jackson has had flashes of greatness, but this is not the same defense we saw last year. This is not the defense that could beat the Chargers, and they just beat a whole bunch of good teams last year. They almost beat the Chiefs just with their defensive prowess alone. That was a great defense last year. They had Terrell Suggs, Eric Weddle, and C.J. Mosley. You notice anything about those 3 players? They're not on the team anymore. Sure, they replaced Eric Weddle with Earl Thomas, which it's an upgrade, to be honest. But they didn't replace Terrell Suggs, and they didn't replace C.J. Mosley. So this is where the defense starts to get in trouble. They didn't replace their star players with new star players. That means you don't have any great star players. Now, their offense has been better. Hollywood Brown, Lamar Jackson, they're looking like a great duo. Young offense, and I feel like they could be really good in the future. But their defense needs to step it up. And let's just state a fact. Russell Wilson's an MVP candidate. So, I mean, he's going to be able to light up that Ravens secondary. It's an exciting game to watch. I feel like it's going to be a shootout between Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson. Lamar Jackson might be one of the best quarterbacks, young quarterbacks in the NFL right now. I'm excited to watch this game. I do think Seattle's going to pull it out, though. Russell Wilson has been fantastic this season so far. I like the Seahawks' chances here. I'm going with the Seahawks. Ravens will cover, though. 3.5 points. Seahawks are favored by, I think Ravens can make it a 2 or 3 point game. Saints at Bears. Bears are favored by 3. Okay. Yeah, this Bears offense hasn't been that good. I think this is the game of the week, to be honest. The Bears are not doing fantastic in their own division. The Packers look great. The Vikings look bad. And the only team I think the Bears are second in their division, but the Vikings and the Lions are right on their heels. If you lose a game, it's really going to put you back in this NFC North race. Because this NFC North race and the NFC West race, to be honest, it's like top-tier cowboy. The only difference between the NFC North race and the NFC West race, NFC North race has has one team under 500. One team. That's the Lions. And the Lions look fantastic, to be honest. I'm looking forward to this game. The Saints haven't lost a game with Teddy Bridgewater as the starter. They lost the Rams game. That's because they went from Drew Brees to Teddy Bridgewater. So they have different throwing techniques. So, I mean, the receivers weren't used to it. They didn't have Sean Payton, one of the best play callers in the NFL right now, didn't have an offensive scheme around Teddy Bridgewater. But once they got an offensive scheme around Teddy Bridgewater, man, do they look good. I feel like the Saints are going to be able to pull this out. Maybe it'll even be I don't think it'll be a shootout, though, because those 2 defenses they're amazing defenses. I can think of another word. They're elite. They're great. They're fantastic. Of course, it's coming to me now. But I feel like the Saints are going to cover and win it outright. Their defense is amazing with Cameron Jordan and Marcus Davenport's emerging. And that middle of the line with Sheldon Rankins, Onyemata, and Malcolm Brown. Malcolm Brown has turned out to be a huge offseason, huge free agent signing in the offseason. Malcolm Brown has looked fantastic. Sheldon Rankins looks really good, and Onyemata has still been the steady player he's always been. Linebacker core, it hasn't been fantastic play, but Demario Davis is a star right now for the Saints team. Kiko Alonso's been solid, and I feel like we really need to replace A.J. Klein. But that back end has been really impressive. Marshawn Lattimore has gotten back to his Rookie of the Year play style, and he's been covering up players like Amari Cooper. He covered Mike Evans and didn't let him get a catch. Like, this man has gone one-on-one with some of the league's best receivers and has shut them down entirely. It's just impressive. Let's see if he can do the same thing against Allen Robinson. I feel like they can. Saints defense is going to win this in a slugfest, but I feel like they can do it. Eagles at Cowboys, and this game really is huge for the NFC East, because the NFC East looks like they're sending one team this year. Like, I mean, you look at the NFC North, you're like, man, they could send a lot of teams. The NFC West, like, yeah, I could see the Rams or the Seahawks or the Niners all going. And even the NFC South, like, yeah, the Panthers and the Saints both look solid. They look like solid teams. Can't say that about anyone else in the NFC East, like making a wild card spot. Not gonna happen. So, Cowboys at Eagles. I really feel like the Cowboys can win this one. Actually, no. It's so hard to decide because they're both bad. I feel like the Eagles are gonna win this one, to be honest. Cowboys are favored by 3. Eagles secondary isn't very good, so I feel like Dak Prescott can have a game, but I feel like Carson Wentz is going to have a better day. I really feel like they have a better defensive up front, and I don't know, it's going to be a good game on Sunday night. I'm not sure I'm going to watch it because it's the Eagles at Cowboys. Like, this team, I mean, it could decide a playoff spot, but they're both not very good, so let's go straight to Monday Night Football. Patriots at Jets. Patriots are favored by 10 points. And what is Pupper's pick of the week? Come on, Puppers, whisper in my ear. She says the Jets is going to win. And to be honest, I don't disagree with her this week. I think this is my upset special. Patriots at Jets. Number 1, Jets get home field advantage. Number 2, we saw how important Sam Darnold was to this team when he came back. Number 3, we saw Tom Brady against the Giants defense. Giants defense might have gotten better, but it's not as good as the Jets defense. You have Jamal Adams. You have Quinnen Williams. You have Leonard Williams. I just think this defense is really, really good. And the only reason they've been losing games up until this point is because their offense couldn't do anything with the ball. Luke Falk, terrible. Just not good at all. But their offense with Le'Veon and Crowder and Robbie Anderson, this team's really good. It's a really good Jets team. Might even be competing for a playoff spot. As crazy as that sounds with a 1-4 record, Sam Darnold is that important to this team. They already played the Patriots once, so this is the last game against the Pats. But Sam Darnold is amazing. He's going to light up this Patriots defense. It's going to be a shootout, to be honest, because Tom Brady is still a good quarterback. I'm not sure he's still the elite quarterback he once was, but he's still a good quarterback. But I am going to pick the Jets here. Hopefully I can bounce back from my pick last week. Now 3-3 in upset specials. I'm hoping this can be a bounce back for me and I can get to 4-3 in the upset picks of the week. Hey everybody, this is GGB and co-host Pupper saying adios amigos.